James Bolam. James Christopher Bolam, born 16 June 1935, is an English actor, best known for his roles as Terry Collier in The Likely Lads and its sequel Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads. Jack Ford in When the Boat Comes In, Roy Figgis in Only When I Laugh, Trevor Chaplin in the Beiderbecke Trilogy, Arthur Gilder in Born and Bred, Jack Halford in New Tricks, and the title character of Grandpa in the CBeebies program Grandpa in My Pocket. Early life. Bolam was born in Sunderland, County Durham, England. His father, Robert Alfred Bolam, was from Northumberland, and his mother, Marion Alice Drury, from County Durham. After attending Bede Grammar School, Sunderland, Bolam attended Bemrose School in Derby. Bolam trained as a chartered accountant before becoming an actor, and formally trained at the Central School of Speech and Drama, London, where he won the gold medal and the Margaret Rawlings Cup. Lacking funding for his fees, he worked in Lyons Corner House Terroom and West End restaurants, washing dishes at night and studied during the day. Career. Bolam's first professional engagement was at the Royal Court Theatre as an understudy to Ronnie Barker in Chekhov's Platonov. He first appeared on screens in the early 1960s, initially in television shows such as Z Cars and the Northern social realist films A Kind of Loving and The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner, both 1962, and with John Thaw in the Granada serial Inheritance in 1967. It was The Likely Lads, with Bolam as Terry Collier and Rodney Bewes as Bob Ferris, which made Bolam a star during its 1964 to 1966 run, and he adapted the scripts for a BBC radio version soon afterwards. Before the sequel, Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads began its run, Bolam appeared in films such as Half a Sixpence 1967, Otley 1969, and Oh Lucky Man, 1973. The revived series, chronicling the further adventures of Bob and Terry, lasted for two series broadcast in 1973 and 1974 and a 45-minute 1974 Christmas Eve special. In 1975, Bolam appeared alongside the original cast in a further BBC radio series adapted from the 1973 TV series, and in 1976, there was a further reunion in a feature film spin-off from the series, simply entitled The Likely Lads. Bolam's co-star Rodney Bewes stated in 2005 that the two actors had not spoken since the film had been made, a period of over 30 years. The rift, according to Bewes, developed through his indiscreetly telling a journalist that when Bolam's wife revealed she was pregnant, Bolam was so startled that the car he was driving mounted a pavement and almost crashed into a lamp post. Bolam denied there was a rift between the two men when Bewes died in November 2017. Bolam is known for being guarded about his private life. He once remarked, "I'm having a man fix the track rods on my car. I don't want to know anything about him. Why should he want to know anything about me?" In 1976, Bolam returned to straight drama as Jack Ford in the BBC television series When the Boat Comes In, which ran until 1981. Since then he has mostly appeared in comedies and comedy dramas, including Only When I Laugh as Roy Figgis, from 29 October 1979 to 16 December 1982, The Beiderbecke Affair as Trevor Chaplin in 1985, The Beiderbecke Tapes in 1987, Andy Capp in the title role, The Beiderbecke Connection in 1988, Second Thoughts as Bill MacGregor from 3 May 1991 to 14 October 1994, Another memorable role was alongside Timothy West and Sheila Hancock in the 2002 series of the BBC comedy drama Bedtime, in which Bolam played the seemingly decent but actually crooked Ronnie Stribling. On radio in 1978, he played Willie Garvin in a BBC World Service radio adaptation of the Modesty Blaise book Last Day in Limbo. He provided the voice for the Todd in the animated film version of The Plague Dogs 1982. In the mid-1980s, he co-starred in the original radio version of the romantic sitcom Second Thoughts, which ran for several series and was subsequently adapted for television with Bolam reprising his role. In the year 2000, he played Sir Archibald Flint in the Doctor Who audio play The Spectre of Lanyon Moor. He was also the narrator for the three-part football documentary Three Lions, which aired before Euro 2000 on BBC One. The 3 episodes were about England's national team's history from the 1966 World Cup until before the Euro 2000 finals. In 2002, Bolam played the serial killer Harold Shipman 2 years before Shipman's actual suicide in Shipman, the ITV adaptation of Brian Masters' book on the case, Prescription for Murder B, and Father Leonard Tibbings in Doubt Seal and Pasco Sir. 7. Ep. 1 Sins of the Fathers. He portrayed Harold Wilson, the former Prime Minister, in the 2006 BBC documentary The Plot Against Harold Wilson. He appeared in Frank Loesser's musical How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying at the Chichester Festival Theatre during the 2005 summer season. He played the role of Grandpa in the CBeebies show Grandpa in My Pocket. In 2009, he played Ken Lewis, CEO of the Bank of America, in the television dramatization The Last Days of Lehman Brothers. His appearances on the London stage include Geoffrey Bernard is Unwell by Keith Waterhouse and Ben Elton's play Gasping. In 1974, he appeared in a novel production of Macbeth at the Young Vic, in which the lead role was shared by Bolam and 2 other actors. It was announced on 20 September 2011 that Bolam had quit the role of Jack Halford in New Tricks, just days after 2 more series were commissioned. Bolam continues to work in the theater as well as on television. During spring 2015, he appeared in the play Bomber's Moon by William Ivory at the Park Theatre, Finsbury Park, London. Personal life. Bolam lives in Whisborough Green near Billingshurst, West Sussex and Chiswick, London, with his wife, the actress Susan Jameson, who co-starred with him an early episode of The Likely Lads, the TV series When the Boat Comes in New Tricks, Close and True and Grandpa in My Pocket. They have a daughter, Lucy, and 2 grandchildren. Bolam plays golf and is a member of the Stage Golfing Society. In March 1977, Bolam was Roy Plomley's guest on Desert Island Discs, where he picked as his favorite track the violin concerto in D by Ludwig van Beethoven, as his book The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, and as his luxury, selected cases of French wine. In the show, he expressed an ambition to appear in a Western, and referred to his enjoyment of horses, and having been a racehorse owner. Bolam appeared in a 2014 video protesting against oil drilling near the village of Whisborough Green in West Sussex. Bolam was appointed member of the Order of the British Empire (MB) in the 2009 birthday honours. TV credits. Selected filmography. The Kitchen as Michael 1961. A Kind of Loving as Jeff 1962. HMS Defiant as Midshipman Assisting in Operation 1962. The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner as Mike 1962. Murder Most Foul as Bill Hansen 1964. Otley as Albert 1968. Crucible of Terror as John Jack Davis 1971. Straight On Till Morning as Joey 1972. Oh Lucky Man as a Tenborough/Examination Doctor 1973. In Celebration as Colin 1975. The Likely Lads as Terry Collier 1976. The Plague Dogs as the Todd Voice only 1982. Clash of Loyalties as A.T. Wilson 1983. Seaview Nights as Merlin 1994. Clockwork Mice as Wacky 1996. Stella Does Tricks as Mr. Peters 1996. The Barber 1997. The Island on Bird Street as Dr. Studzinski 1997. The End of the Affair as Mr. Savage 1999. It Was an Accident as Vernon Fitch 2000. To Kill a King as Denzil Halls 2003.